Hey there, Soul Tribe. It's the Joy Healer, Kathy Weiss. I use my gifts as an intuitive, clairvoyant, and source energy channel to help people like you find deep fulfillment and lasting freedom at the level of your soul, which is joy. I am coming to you from my reading room here on the central coast of California with your weekly energy reading for the week of July, not July, what? Oh my gosh, crazy. The week of June 15th, 16th, 2020. And here's the thing, guys. We are going to be talking a lot about the energy of change and what change really is. And starting off with the fact that I am not coming to you live from my reading room as we have been doing for the last couple of years, but pre recording. And that's why I said the week of June 15, 16, because what I have been feeling for a while now is that when I was doing your weekly energy reading for you live at 12:30 Pacific, I was like one of the last time zones to be entering into the new week, and it was starting to feel like too late or behind, and that we needed to be having this conversation about the weekly energy reading earlier so that our friends, in Australia, where it's a day ahead, can get the information, and our friends in Europe, who it's evening time by the time it's morning or afternoon for me, can get the information and the guidance that they need for the week that it is actually starting, instead of almost on Tuesday when it feels like, oh, we're like now we're scrambling and we're behind. So the energy of change is all around us, and change is the only thing that's constant. And I'm hearing a little pause because I have some goodies to show you. That's the energy we're bringing in this week. And it's some amethyst. And this is not the biggest piece of amethyst in the world, but I love it because it's translucent and it's really clear. And it's such a gorgeous, healing, protective stone. And then I have a larger, more polished piece of it. Oh, and that circle right there is from the lighting in the room. So just know that that's like not some weird, like crazy energy thing happening. It's just the light. And I also have some selenite here, the beautiful piece of selenite wand that I'm going to be using when I do the energy healing in just a second, because it's such a great, like, clearing stone or crystal to be using. So what I'm going to do is take the amethyst and pop it into this abalone shell and just set that up here on the shelf so that you guys can see it, and so that we know it's a part of our session for today. So why don't we do that? Why don't we do some energy healing and clearing is the word I'm hearing today. It's going to be more of an energy clearing, and then we'll get into the messages and the guidance for the week. So I'm just going to hang on to the selenite in between my hands and kind of direct that to you. And you can even imagine just a beautiful, clear white light today. So here's the thing. If you want to receive some energy healing, you're going to open your hands towards the camera, on your lap, by your side body, whatever feels comfortable. And if you're new to energy healing, or you're not certain, or if you want to receive it, you just kind of want to check it out, you can just have your hands closed, like on your chest or your lap, or soft fists down by your side. Actually, let me open my hands. So I'm going to hold the selenite in between my hands for you like that. Okay, yeah, I'm just dropping in. And I see and feel this gorgeous, clear white light. And as I send it to you and you receive, know that this is cleansing, it's clearing away old, stale energy, limiting beliefs, things that no longer serve you, and it's clearing it out of your energy field, your electromagnetic field, which is sometimes thought of as your aura. So we all have an electromagnetic vibration that extends away from our body. And today, this white light is just clearing that out, like blowing smoke away, so that you are going to feel lighter and more vibrant and refreshed. Okay, that's all done. That was fabulous. So, let me tell you a little bit about change from the yogic perspective. So, for those of you who are new to me or maybe know me as the clairvoyant and the intuitive, I'm also a highly qualified and experienced yoga instructor with well over 500 hours of training and specialization in subtle body energy. There's this concept of Purusha and Prakriti. And Purusha is that which is eternal. It's your soul. It's the one thing in the universe that doesn't change. It does grow and expand and learn, but it is forever, is that is always present, whether you're in a physical body or in the light realm. Everything else is prakriti. That is the quality of nature. What that means is that things come into existence, they last for a while, and then they come out of existence. They die or they fade away. And we are in an energy of high change in the world right now. There's new information. Some information is accurate. Then we discover that it's not, and it dies off and it goes away. And there's new policies, and then they get changed. And it's just this constant evolution of change. And for some of us, we're really caught up in, like, imagine a cyclone or a storm swirling, and some of us are just in that cyclone with the change, and we're getting battered and tossed and thrown around, and it's freaking exhausting. And instead, it's like, can you be in Purusha? Can you be the calm in the middle and just witness? There's goes some more change. There goes some more change. There goes some more change. But my soul is eternal, and this change might help my soul grow and expand. But ultimately, I am not affected. I'm not affected in the being battered and tossed and torn around by it. And I can just witness it, and I can absorb that change that I need, and I can take action from there. And when it's time to shift and take new action, I take action from there. So let me tell you a really cool story, because some people hear like, "Oh, I hate change, or I'm really resistant to change. I don't, oh, change. Oh, it scares me. I don't want to do it. It's uncomfortable." So I had this yoga instructor many years ago named Vince, and I he was like, how do you even put it into words? Vince was like one of the most authentic, true teachers of yoga I have ever had. He was maybe like 10 or 12 or 15 years older than me. And he was kind of like a not super buff, not like you see now. Like a lot of the images we see around men and yoga right now are like these really buff young guys, like all sexy doing their handstands. He was just like a guy. He was like super average. And when he would sit cross-legged, his knees would be like really up high, and it like he didn't have this like crazy range of motion or anything like that. But he knew that the heart of yoga was about what was happening on the inside rather than what happened on the outside. And he used to really be able to guide us into a place where it was such a gorgeous internal expression of movement and connection and health and vitality that had nothing to do with the external. And I'm so grateful that Vince was my teacher before the Instagram yoga world took over, because it really allowed that super precious experience. But here's the thing, guys. Vince also had a really uncomfortable to look at comb over. I mean, like straight up the strands, and it just made you feel like, oh, cringe worthy. And not number one, but part of the story, Vince is now one of our yoga angels. And I can just feel his love pouring through as I share this story, because he knows how valuable the lesson that he taught was for other people. Because one day when he came in to teach our yoga class, he had shaved his head, so that uncomfortable, oh, awkward comb over was gone. It's just boom, shaved head. And it was like, oh my God, you look amazing and like free and like spacious. And I commented on that to him, and he said, the only constant is change. You might as well embrace it. And it just unlocked something in me. And really, like, even before I knew these concepts of Purusha and Prakriti, it was like I knew that truth. I knew that deep inside, change was always going to be happening, and I could still be safe, and I could still have a glorious life and a wonderful life, even if things changed all the time or really rapidly or in a way that was unexpected. And so that's the message that's coming through for you guys this week. It's like, with all of the change, can you still sit in your glorious center? So, I wanted to have a channeled message for you guys today. And what I was hearing this morning was, it's already written. And I kept digging through my like recent channeled messages book and I couldn't find it. So I had to go all the way back into um this is 2019 book 2. It's sort of like the second half of 2019. As a matter of fact, this is from July 1st, so just about a year ago. And in huge, huge letters, it says that joy is at the top of the emotional scale. It's one of the highest energetic frequencies. Are you living there? This is what we should be aspiring to, because this is what alignment feels like and this is what freedom feels like. Um and so and so in change, where it feels like things are out of control, or maybe we feel like we're in control because we are guiding the change, it's like, can you aspire to joy? Can you be, I keep seeing that like tornado-y whirlwind energy. Can you be standing in the middle of that and watching the change and watching things rattle around and watching the world explode and go crazy and melt down and, whatever? And can you still aspire to chase your joy? Can you still aspire to align with your joy and your freedom? Because that that is where your power lies. That is where you transform your corner of the world into something greater and better and more magnificent than it already was. And so we say to you, I'm listening, and we say to you this, joy seekers and joy healers. We ask you to embrace your joy, no matter what change unfolds in the exterior world, because it is temporary. It will come into existence and it will fade away and disappear, and new change will come in behind that. And so we send you off into this week with a clear soul and a clear spirit, mindful and aligned to your joy and no one else's. We say to you, go in peace. This message is complete and we love you so much. And I don't have a deck of oracle cards with me today, so we must not need that added layer onto this week's messages. But do know that I often do use oracle cards in my readings and sessions. So if you would like some oracle cards pulled for you, hook me up. Go over to thejoyhealer.com and book a session, and we can definitely do that. And since we have changed and shifted away from the messages being live on Facebook on Monday, I have an inkling that we'll do a little like midweek bonus charge up oracle card pull or something like that. That'll be a little more on the fly. Like I'll probably be in my dog walking clothes or something like that, just to stay connected that way, because I do love hanging out with you guys on Facebook Live. So make sure that you pop over to Facebook and find me over there. I'm the Joy Healer, Kathy Weiss, and make sure you subscribe to YouTube here, so that you can get your weekly energy reading every Sunday, Monday when it comes out, wherever you are on the planet. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next week for another weekly energy reading. Namaste. Bye, guys.